And we are back. We are ready with Super Monkey Ball 2. You all want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm namb0, namb0 on Twitch, I guess, because funny haha number. I am a runner of Super Monkey Ball 2 Story Mode Pauseless and 999 Bananas Pauseless, and I'm going to be showing off the ladder today, and I have with me commentating 42 Guy.
Hello, I am 42 Guy. I also run this game sometimes, although I have been doing a lot of individual levels in this game lately, and I will
He's
be
epic.
helping commentate. How are you?
But yeah, I should probably get right into it, so what's that file name going to be?
Winner of our bid war is CIV, all caps.
Alright, I'll just hop right in, I guess. So, I'll count down. 3, 2, 1, and start. So, Monkey Ball 2! Welcome to the Monkey Ball block, I guess. So, this run is going to be a little bit different from a standard Monkey Ball 2 run that you've seen before, most likely, because I'm going to be running what's called 999 Bananas Pauseless, which means that I'm going to be doing exactly what the category says. I'm going to be beating story mode while getting 999 bananas along the way. And what this means is I need to go into like stupid, out of the way to like hard to reach places in order to get those bananas. And the other part of the title, Pauseless, means I am not allowed to do pause strats, which you might be familiar with if you've seen this game before. 42 Guy, do you want to quickly explain pause strats, I guess, while I'm doing levels?
Yeah. Basically, what pause strats are is because this game runs on GameCube, we have 8 notches that are automatically on every controller. And so by holding those notches, this game lets you pause and unpause instantly and has a timer. So you can look for specific frames on the timer while holding specific notches to basically recreate a task-like input by just using frames. And so you can implement strategies that would be otherwise humanly inconsistent or almost impossible.
Yeah, so you get people who have seen Monkey Ball runs might have heard of those and seen those before. This run, however, is going to be pauseless, which means that I'm not able to rely on those for any skips or strats or anything. So I'm going to be relying purely on freehand movement. And what that means in a lot of cases is you're going to be doing very different skips. I wouldn't say that they're like, yeah, they are slower in most cases because obviously the paused run can pause and like it's purely a restriction, so it is quote-unquote slower, but in a lot of cases it's really cool the stuff that you can do without pausing and just relying on freehand movement. So I'm going to be trying to point out all of the main differences that come in pauseless, which the first big difference for as of recent, oh, I hit off the goal on sliders. But the first main difference is going to be coming up in 2 stages, Curve Bridge, which was for a while just a stage that people didn't pause on, but there was recently a huge pause strat found on that stage. Not that recently, it's like a year ago at this point, over that.
Yeah,
so that is going to be the first of stages where you'd normally see a story mode all levels runner pause. In order to complete the stage, you're going to be seeing me just rely on freehand movement, and that's going to be a theme throughout this run, as well as the whole banana collecting thing, which isn't that prominent in World 1. You only will see stages Hollow and Bumpy show up as any different because of 999.
To my knowledge, namb0 is actually the only person to have run pauseless 999, because it's normally a category that anybody runs paused, so namb0 actually has created a lot of his own strats for this run, so we have a lot of unique things coming through this run.
Yeah, normally this is actually a category extension on speedrun.com, so like no one runs this category. There's like basically been 0 active runners for the longest time. The world record in it is pretty darn old, it's not really optimized, and so like it's just not a very run category already, and neither is pauseless, and so combining the two, you get an ultra under-run category, and so I try to like bring into that the action that the normal runs get in like trying to do the optimal strat in every stage and whatnot. So yeah, and the first of those stages with a unique strat that I actually I guess was the first one to do is Coaster. which is going to be coming up in 2 stages, I think, after it's 2-4.
Yeah.
Normally, there's a pause strat in that stage to get the bunches after the goal with like a weird goal hit. What I'm going to be trying to do is a really interesting thing, where I'm going to abuse the way the monkey moves post-goal. So after you go in the goal, the monkey does a little dance, and after every single stage I've been doing some menuing to skip that because you don't really need to watch it in the speedrun. On this stage, I'm going to abuse that in order to, or at least I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to get the monkey to go under the bananas that are after the goal on this stage, and rise up into them. Which still does raise the banana counter, funnily enough, even though the level's already been completed. So, let's see if I can... Oh! There we go, got 3. Alright. The best you can get on that stage is 5, so...
Yeah.
Getting 3
is plenty good enough.
Getting 3 is really hard. It requires that you go through the goal cleanly without touching the ground or the party ball, and doing that is much, much easier said than done.
Not only, but also at the right speed.
Yeah, unbelievably precise.
You can't, like, you have to go in at a perfect speed so that you make it to the bunches so you don't overshoot or undershoot or whatever, because you have no control after you go through the
and
goal.
I have a setup which gets the speed perfect every single time, so all I really need to worry about is the forward and backward positioning going into the goal, and also you need to make sure you're angled a little bit if you want to get 5 bunches. But yeah.
Gravity slide is cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is another stage. You're gonna, as the run moves on, the strats are gonna kind of ramp up, and later on in the game, there's way more banana strats. What the heck was that? Okay, I messed that up. I am going to have to do that again because that is going to get a lot of friction. So I'm trying to get all of the bananas along the ramps here. While also
Yeah, and we also have to make sure to stage select a tiny bit later on the stage as well, because there is a post-goal bunch here as well.
Which, do you want to quickly explain why like the stage selecting and retrying happens? I did already kind of say that it was skipping stuff, but the retry also at the beginning.
Basically, the retries and the stage selects at the start and end of a level are just skipping animations that would otherwise be slower. So basically, you don't have to wait for the monkey going up animation and then wait for all that. It's just speed, basically. In a speed run, we generally like to go fast.
Oh, what the heck was that? I just got yeeted by Total, but I lived, so okay.
That is nice.
We take those.
That is funky.
And here's another instance of a pauseless exclusive strat, because again, this is not just 999 bananas, this is also pauseless. Normally you pause the stage, I'm going to try to do a very funky clip right on that corner that I just did, and
It's
boom.
so hard.
That strat is one of the best cases of much easier said than done. It is so hard compared to what it looks like. Getting that
It
clip
looks like,
and
he's
like
just
getting
bounced
onto
off
the
the wall.
platform is just annoying as heck. And I guess I should probably pre-explain coming up in another few stages, another crazy strat for Pauseless exclusive that isn't 99 Bananas exclusive. That is Dribbles. So Dribbles is this really long level with all these big blue bouncing things on it, which is very long and slow to play out normally. And the pause strat on that stage just gets hit by the dribble and goes like rocket straight into the goal at a horizontal angle and just gets in. It just does it for you, essentially. However, because I can't rely on that pause strat and do multi-frame perfect, essentially task things, I have to rely on freehand movement. There's multiple different ways that people beat the stage, but the fastest way, which is what I'm going to try to do here, is literally doing one of the pause frames without pausing. So I'm going to try to land on... basically, if you switch inputs right as you land here, going down right at 55, 16, or 18, which I actually just first tried, let's go!
It's a 2-frame window.
Yeah, if you end up on 55, 16, or 18, and then you do a pretty difficult adjust, you can just get shot straight into the goal by that dribble. It is one of the hardest strats in the run. I have been nailing those things left and right.
This game runs at 60 frames per second, so you have a 30th of a second window to time that.
Yeah, and it's on an analog controller too. It's not just clicking a button. So it's
you have to switch your direction from up to down right within a 30th of a second.
And 3-6 Mad Rings. Here, I guess it's really hard to like have any kind of like flow here because it's just like every stage it's just like there's another thing to explain because it's just more and more strats every single time because it's just pauseless, 999 exclusive, stuff like that. Oh frick. Mad Rings here you have a bunch of bunches of bananas, which by the way I forgot to mention, bunches of bananas give you 10 bananas, and so You generally, whenever there's a bunch somewhere and it doesn't lose more than like 4 seconds to get, you want to get it.
Fun fact about Mad Rings as well. namb0 may be running this pauseless, but namb0 also likes to dabble in finding pause frames. So namb0 actually found a frame to get hit, to like bounce on the middle ring and get all these bunches really, really quickly with a pause frame.
Yeah, that's a fun little thing. So,
That is a fun little thing.
I just love this category so much, and it's so underrun that I wanted to look for a bunch of pause strats in it because it's just like, this category needs more runners. And so, had to go do that. No one else is gonna do it, so I did. But, I guess, in the theme of just constantly going from stage to stage, another stage that's going to be coming up pretty soon, because we're nearing the end of World 3. The first stage in World 4 is another stage that I completely came up with the routing and strat for, and it, in my opinion, is the second coolest stage in the run, in the specifically 999 bananas.
Pauseless.
So, yeah, I got all those caveats in a row. I have to route in a bunch of extra bananas that the main category doesn't do. So that's another interesting thing about this category I almost forgot to mention is you route in what bananas you want to get. Like you don't, like no one goes for the same route. There's always 2 different people that are going for just like different bananas on different stages. And because I'm running this pause list, there's a couple bananas on tiers that you're technically not able to get RTA consistently. So I have to route in a bunch of extra bananas into my run that the normal pause run doesn't have to because you can just get bananas for free. Like, you get all 5 on Coaster usually. But since you can't just get those for free, I just missed one of the bunches on Pro Skaters. Oh, it's fine. That's another fun thing. If you miss a bunch, you aren't done for. It's not over. You can just get more bunches later, because a lot of times you'll have a list in your head of what I consider backup bunches, which are bunches that are too slow to get if I don't need them. But if I'm going to be behind on bananas going into the late game, then I want to grab some backup bunches and spend a little bit of extra time to make sure I still get that 999 banana cap. So, and conversely, if I know I'm well ahead of banana pace going into like World 10, I might skip some slower bunches to make sure that I can get myself a faster time. And because of that, I'll always end the run with somewhere in between 999 and 1030 or so bananas, instead of going way over or going way under. It's just how the routing works. Oh, okay, wacky fun on Dynamic Maze there. Almost got in the goal without pausing, but didn't quite make it there. Hard stage coming up, Launchers, big whoa.
Launchers.
Launchers is generally considered one of the harder strats just in the base game, like paused or pauseless. I don't know what I just did on triangle holes there. I did not do my normal adjustment and it worked.
Oh yeah, well. Yeah, Launchers is generally considered one of the hardest stages in the run at almost any level that you play. It is quite difficult, especially this green goal strat, this top level strat that namb0's going
I think I just need to, every single time I'm about to do a strat, I just need to say that the strat is hard, and then it's just like, I get it. But, so after randomizer, there's not a lot of stuff going on after randomizer, so if you want to, sporadic, I guess, I don't know what I should call you, I didn't ask, I'm sorry. You can come in and do donations right now if you want to.
I would love to. We have all kinds of donations here. Metroid MST sent in $5 and said, I heard there'll be Monkey Ball.
I mean,
you're correct.
Heard correct?
Yeah, that's it.
Wonder who you heard that from.
It was Metroid MST. We also got $21 from Mice W, who said, I gave $21 to Midwest Speed Fest to hear some Yakuza karaoke earlier today. So this seems at least fair for that amazing piano concert. And if we have time for more, I have one more here. I have $5 from Rillabella. Fun. They just said exclamation point Scrambo.
That's a command on my Twitch chat. It just scrambles up my name, like my username namb0, and it just puts it in a random order. That command was made by Esoteric. Shoutouts to Esoterics. Esoterics is awesome.
True.
But if that's it for donations, I guess I can pick commentary back up. Seesaw bridges, right?
Seesaw bridges, quite long, actually deceptively difficult to play fast.
Yeah, I'm not like gonna kill myself going for clips here, but you can go for clips on all of the corners on this stage virtually and get like an insanely fast IGT. Recent development in the main category, small in this game, however, there was pretty recently an 8-frame strat found on the stage. You have to hit 8 frames in a row perfectly by using a pause, and you can skip the stage and get like a 48 on it, which is absolutely insane. There used to be an 11-frame strat to do exactly that, but it wasn't run viable because you had to spend too much time pausing for it to be worth saving time. But recently, Fiona Fire, one of the more up-and-coming runners who just recently got a 29 in the main category, ended up finding that pause strat, which is absolutely sick, and I want to give kudos for that because that is awesome. You're going to see me turning around and randomly getting some bunches, by the way, in World 5 that are kind of out of the way. In the spirit of 999 Bananas, anytime that there's a bunch sitting somewhere and it's not too out of the way, I want to go for it.
Yeah. At the start of that wormhole, namb0 actually went for a clip to try to skip to the top, but since he didn't get it, he actually went through the stage normally and actually collected an extra bunch going through the wormhole.
Yeah.
So there was also that.
Yeah, that bunch is set up behind the wormhole to get people to like check behind the wormhole for fun and just like see like, oh hey, there's a bunch behind here, cool. But the funny thing is, you can get that bunch when going through the wormhole forward because collision in this game is jank.
Yeah, namb0 was actually, if you saw, he like swerved a bit to the side because he was ready in case he didn't get that bunch to fall back into the wormhole and basically guaranteedly collect it the second time.
Yeah. I was ready to fall off because if you don't get it, you can just like go through the wormhole and get it again, and it's pretty darn quick to get it again, and so you might as well if you're already going through that wormhole once. Right here on beat screen, I'm gonna retry a couple times to see. Oh, never mind, only once. To see if I can get up on the wall to pull off this. Oh shoot, never mind, I got whacked. This crazy strat that was actually a pretty recent discovery in the grand scheme of things. This strat right here saves time on the pause strat. Jumping straight like through the stage as it's spinning, which is just one of the coolest things in the run. And speaking of coolest things in the run, this right here, Jump Machine is my favorite stage in the run. This is another strat that I completely came up with the route for because I needed extra bananas because of tears, which you will see later why. And basically, I'm going to try to jump around all these little circular platforms and nab as many bunches along the way as possible. It is extremely hard to get all of the bunches in a row, like, and not miss a single one, but doing it fast feels super cool and rewarding. I just messed up getting the goal there. Hold on, can I back up red goal? Red goal? Red goal?
Green goal?
Hey, we got in. Okay. You're supposed to jump straight into the green goal there, but I just barely got into the red goal. So I got 5 out of the 6 bunches on that stage, so that's pretty good. That strat is just genuinely pretty hard to go for, but as like messing it up isn't really that punishing, luckily, because all you do is you miss a bunch in most cases. If you die, you lose a lot of time, so you don't want that to happen, but luckily there's like the giant platform under the stage that doesn't kill you immediately for falling off, so that's nice. Coming up in the end of World 5 here, if there are any more donations, that's fine to read them. I can still continue commentary though if you need.
Well, I'd be happy to talk about some of the goals and bid wars that we have open, if there is time for that.
Heck yeah, go for it.
Yeah, well, we are trying to unlock a bonus run, Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut Big Story by Risuru, and we are sitting at $352 out of the $600 needed to unlock that bonus run. So when you are getting your donations in for Sweet Relief, do remember to click on that goal and unlock yet another amazing bonus run. We have a pretty sweet bonus run that was unlocked earlier coming up really soon, actually. Helix is going to be running Super Hackamecha, which is yet another lovely monkey ball experience.
Heck yeah, I saw him practicing. I saw them practicing that the other day. That was actually the craziest and coolest hack run I've seen in a while. It was awesome.
Is it? I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. We have a couple of bid wars open as well for Hylix 2. You can choose Wayne's outfit. Indigo jumpsuit with a scarf is in the lead with $9. If you wanted to snipe that and have Wayne wear the black jumpsuit instead, of course, that bid war is still open. And then there is the bid war that was opened just recently during the last run. In fact, for Bug Snacks, which is coming up pretty soon. You can choose the Grumpus color. There are absolutely no donations in that for that whatsoever. So you can donate a single dollar and and be in the lead. The choices are black, green, orange, and yellow.
Only $1? That's like free.
Right?
That's like $1 less than.
Plus, that money goes to such a wonderful cause.
Indeed.
Switcheroo.
But yeah. If you don't have anything else, I can pick up commentary again if you want.
I mean, I can keep talking, so you just let me know when you're ready to hop back in with
Alright,
commentary.
I'll talk a little bit about Tears, I guess, because Tears
Alright,
is coming up in
alright.
2 stages.
A bit about Opera. There's actually a faster strat that namb0 might have gone for if this wasn't 999, but you can't like guarantee the bunch that you get on the side of Opera. It's quite so you go for the bunch and then you go for like a clip on the stairs, and the goal angle is. It looks hard, and yeah, it's hard. It takes some good practice, but
Tears is one of this game's famed choice stages. Oh, shoot. So there is lots of stages in this game where you can choose whether you want to do a hard wire or a easy wire, and the hard wire always has more bananas, and so usually you want to take the harder wire, but this one in particular takes the cake for just being the hardest one in the game. And so I'm gonna... Oh my god, that was so close. Hold on, I'm gonna try 2 more times for this, and then I'm gonna go out. Just 2. You only get 2. I'm sorry. I can't keep trying this forever. It is really, really hard, and I want to try to get it in the marathon, but...
In Pause, there is, I believe, a 4-frame strat that was found for this wire specifically to get all the bunches at the top, because there are 5 bunches up there that you can get by doing this.
Yeah, and 5 bunches is very much worth in this category, so... let me just do the easier wire here. Because that red wire is insanely hard. There's very, very, very few people who can do that consistently. And also very few people who've gotten it in a marathon setting. One of them being Helix, who's going to be running Monkey Ball later. Just freaking awesome.
I think... Did Helix manage to actually nail it first try? Was that in a Midwest Speedfest marathon?
I don't think it was Midwest Speedfest, but it was...
It wasn't in some kind of marathon.
It was some marathon, and I know it was first try, which is awesome.
It was first try in an ultimate run.
This is another example right here, by the way, of a choice stage. Narrow peaks. There's wide wires on the other side, but those wires don't have bananas, and so we're not going for them. You gotta get bananas everywhere.
Easy. Like, that was practically flawless.
Yeah, I mean, that entire optimizing of that stage is just figuring out how quickly you can turn yourself and, like, adjust yourself onto the mountain there. Like, line yourself up to go across it. Which is not something... That's the reason why this category is also kind of underrun, is because it's a little bit harder to access. Access, I guess. At a lower level, just because you have to do those harder wires in a lot of cases, or at least it's optimal to do those harder wires. But the nice thing is that you don't need to do any given strat in this run, because you can just route in bananas somewhere else. I mean, there's only so many bananas in the game, but there are a lot, so there's definitely plenty of places that you can get bananas, even if they're kind of slow, if you just don't think you can do a strat, so that's nice. But generally here I'm trying to go for the fast bananas, and only the fast bananas. Oh my gosh, I almost died on that folders.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's Outer World 6. And into World 7 with one of the hardest movement strats in the game for, just in general. It's really hard to learn how to do. Once you learn how to do it, it's not too bad to execute, but learning how to do this movement strat right here is a nightmare, which is getting the first cycle on Spiral Bridge. This thing spins around in a way that if you get up to the top really fast, you can just barely make the cycle to get on right there and get into the goal pretty fast. If you're insanely good at the game, you can actually get a little early for the cycle and get an edge clip, but that's generally restricted to individual level record runs, which 42 guy knows a bit about.
Here we have another choice stage where it's just a straight wire, so once you know how to line up with it, it's not too bad.
Yeah, that's a nice thing with a lot of the choice stages, is it's just about lining yourself up in a lot of cases, and then you just kind of set it and just keep yourself on with some small movements.
That's mainly why in like 3-7 curvy options, there are 2 bunches on the thinnest wire, that we have no dream of going for because
Unless a pause strat is made for them, which friends of ours have been working on. Goobs, another runner of this category, actually. I recently taught Goobs how to run the pauseless version of 999, so that type that there's multiple runners in the category. Goobs a while back was helping search for frames on that stage, so there are constantly things being discovered in this 20-year-old game, which is just crazy to think about. The fact that it's been out for so long and people are still finding stuff, even in the main category, not even just in these offshoots like 999 and Pauseless.
Yeah.
Type. Shoutouts to all the people who look for strats. Another another great one though is Fionafire, who searches. Fionafire is the one who found that 8-frame strat I was talking about earlier that skips seesaw bridges. It's just the things that people do in this game are awesome. And I guess speaking of unique and new strats, here's Flock.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it. I'm actually going to retry and go for it one more time because I want to get this strat.
Well, basically what namb0 is trying to do is do the starting quite fast and then do a setup to try to get a clip up to make a cycle that is 8 seconds faster than you'd otherwise pull. In pauseless runs, I believe namb0 is the only person who ever actually does this strat and nails it second try.
Well, pauseless and pause, because in pause, you literally just pause on 5961, and you hold up, and there's a very easy adjust that just beats the stage for you in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And so that's part of the reason why pauseless is such an interesting category, in my opinion, is that you have strats that, like, sure, they don't skip the stage as fast in a lot of cases, but they're sometimes a lot more interesting movement-wise in order to go for. And so that's what makes pauseless so close to my heart and such a great category, in my opinion. I love this category so much. Nah, I missed a bunch in hierarchy. It's okay, though, because if you miss a bunch, it's not the end of the world. Boink. Into the goal. That's another strat that, I mean, people might have done it before, but I certainly didn't watch anyone else do the strat. I just kind of looked at the bunch on the stage and was like, how can we get that? Let's get it.
Yeah.
I just went way too late on 8 bracelets. But just about to finish World 7 here with another great stage for, if you remember this game from playing it as a kid, then you might remember being able to do something really stupid on this stage, Quick Turn, which is taking a water break during the speedrun. I'm gonna grab a water real quick because I am thirsty.
Also, if you notice, on some of the last stages in the world, namb0 is not retrying like he normally does. That is actually a recently discovered new load manip strategy where basically if you don't retry at the start of the stage, for whatever reason, it decides to give you a really good load, and over the course of the run it's been calculated to save around 8.8 seconds, I believe is the current estimate for how much it saves over the entire small run, which is a lot.
Yeah, that's the thing that we forgot to mention, I guess, is manipulating loads in this game, because this game runs on console, you don't have crazy fast ISO loads. So, in a lot of cases, like, you won't see that in the ROM hack runs, because the ROM hacks get to run an ISO loader. In this case, since we're running on console, we have to deal with making sure the loads are pretty fast, which 42 guy just mentioned the newer technique that was found of it. We still do one of the older techniques in World 4, which is what people used to do in every single world in order to make the loads faster. This hold A thing, going into those last stages of each world, wasn't known about until recently, and so the strat that people used to do in order to get faster loads is they would skip a long stage near the end of the world, because this stage is pretty conservative with how it loads everything. Whenever you're playing the last stage of a world, it'll start loading up the cutscene because it knows you're almost done. And so while you're playing that stage, it's loading the cutscene, and that means that longer stages at the ends of worlds will give faster cutscene loads. And so for the longest time, that is how we made the loads go fast. Just recently was this little hold A thing discovered where the load just happens fast anyway if you just happen to hold A on the stage. Which, it's so funny that that wasn't discovered for such a long time, because as a casual, you're never completing the stages fast enough to get a bad load, but you're always holding A. And as a speedrunner, you're always completing them fast enough to get a bad load, but you're not holding A because you're retrying before every single stage.
Yeah, no one thought that, like,
that little gap in between, no one just thought of it. Really funny. Here's a fun stage that I actually want to talk about here, Warp. There are a bunch of single bananas, So normally we've been kind of ignoring singles and we've been kind of talking about everything in terms of bunches, but this stage has so many singles that it's very worth going for. However, going for them is very risky because there's these little bumpers here, which you've probably seen what they do before. They bump you off the stage like little pinball things. And you have to get so unbelievably close to them in order to pick up those bananas. So they're very risk-reward based in that if you want to go for them, then you can, but you're risking getting hit by those little bumper things and just getting yeeted off the level in a very fantastical way. But yeah, if you have anything you want to talk about or any donations you want to read, now's another good time because there's another stretch of levels where it's not that there's not much happening, but there's just not as much to say, I guess, in terms of strats. So, you want to say anything, any donations or anything?
I absolutely would love to read some donations. We have all kinds of beautiful donations coming in, though. This one may be for VGM Con. Still, it was a cool $50 and said, from Anonymous, said, donate $50 to the arts today.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, there were many A's in that donation. So we also got a $200 donation from Ben Mullen, who said, let's go. And Ben Mullen put that towards that incentive that we have to unlock the bonus run of Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut, which now puts us at $552 out of $600. So if you combine those two donations, if you donate $50 to the arts today, you will unlock that bonus run. We are only $48 away from unlocking it after those two donations. I have more. Do we have more time?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Semantically Satiated sent in $20, said, joke time. Why are chickens funny? Because.
Oh my gosh. That was good. That got me.
Let's go.
And that actually went towards Wayne's outfit. Our bid war Wayne's outfit in Hilux 2. Now the black jumpsuit is in a healthy lead at $20. If you feel strongly about that indigo jumpsuit with the scarf, it's trailing at $9. So for the low price of $12, you can put Wayne into the indigo jumpsuit. And now it's hard mode as I read donations while my cat demands pets.
My cat's actually on my lap right now. Let's go for cats.
Team Cats getting a win up here.
Extreme hard mode. We have another donation here from Semantically Satiated for $2 who said, also, I really wanted Grumpus to be yellow. And in fact, that is now in the lead in the bid wars. The only donation for Bugsnax Grumpus color is yellow at $2. So if you feel strongly about making Grumpus black, green, or orange, you only need to donate $3. Yes, it's time for cat. Hi, kitty.
It is time for cat. And I'll mention real quickly here. Yeah, I'm trying to go for another pause strat pauseless right now, just like on dribbles. I'm trying to up left right as I leave the platform. I don't actually know the frame range for this one. But okay, I messed it up like 4 times. I'm just gonna back it up at this point. If you do that, it lets you kind of scoop through the pipe there and get to the goal really fast, but you have to hit off of the goal in order to make sure that you don't overshoot your speed because of how much speed you have flinging yourself into it. So it's pretty epic strat if you do get it. Sadly, I wasn't able to get it because I just kept missing the frame pauseless, which just is just another testament to how freaking hard it is to hit frames in this game. Pause strats definitely don't make the like task movements and this stuff free. They just make them viable. They're still very hard to do, and it takes a lot of talent to pull off frame strats with a lot of speed. So shoutouts to people like Glock Callum who are able to pause very fast and complete stages crazy quick.
As I mentioned before, the game runs at 60 FPS, and a lot of times you're trying to pause for perfect frames. You're looking for exact frames, so you're trying to get that 60th of a second window as fast as you can because we're timing this game in RTA.
Yeah, and as we mentioned before with like 8-frame strats and stuff, there's a lot of strats in this game which are multi-frame perfect, so a lot of cases, if you miss the first frame of a set, then you'll back up onto a different frame set, and so the memorization goes into like, oh, excuse me, Jesus. Goes into like entire trees of different frame like number memorizations and memorizing the adjusts for all those numbers because they don't always get you straight into the goal. Like sometimes they'll send you like to the left of the goal and you'll have to adjust in. It's crazy. Yeah,
there's like how, as we mentioned like near the start, the last level in World 1, Curve Bridge, there is like a full like spreadsheet of just like frames. And I doubt anyone's memorizing all of them, but it's just crazy the amount of stuff
Yeah,
that's on
at that
there.
point, it's just like pick the ones you want and go for it.
Oh, for sure. That's what
Yeah.
you should do if
But,
you want to do curve bridge frames, which is already a really difficult strat just to get. Again, we're holding A on air hockey to
Yep.
manipulate the load
And
to be really good.
we are about to enter the World 10 zone, which is remarkable for both of the different category extensions that I'm running right now, both 999 and Pauseless. World 10 has the most bananas out of any world, and also has the most pause frames in the pause run out of any world. So this world is going to look entirely different from as you'd see it in a normal, like, story mode all levels run. You're going to see me go for bananas in places, you're going to see me go for pause things where you normally go pauseless, and just for fun, once on Gimmick, there is a completely randomness-based strat that you can go for here. If you pause, you can get it every single time, but I'm not pausing, and so... Oh, wait, I actually just freaking got it.
That is epic. That is so epic.
So,
that is like so random.
little note about how collision works in this game. When you're not pausing, it's not consistent. So if you do the same inputs in every frame... Okay, well, hold on. I actually just walked off of Gimmick. Hold on, just get it again. I'm gonna go for it one more time.
The fans.
What is happening? What is happening? What is happening?
You just got Gimmick skipped twice in a row.
What is happening? Throwing for content?
This is good content.
So, what I was trying to say before I got rudely interrupted by my own badness in the game deciding to throw me a bone there with collision. That skip right there is, when you're not able to pause, it's completely randomness based, in that sometimes you'll go over that clip and it just won't give you height. You'll just, like, the monkey will just clip back up to the top of where he started and you will not get sent upwards. And it is really annoying when it happens. We refer to it as a very funny name called a Zorp. And so that's a thing that'll happen more often than not. I'd say on an average run, you have like a 1 in 5 chance at best at getting that skip on Gimmick. The fact that I got it twice in a row is actually one of the most insane feats of luck that's ever happened to me, period.
Yeah.
Chat is just absolutely going wild.
That is the stupidest thing that's ever happened. But I'm actually well ahead of banana pace here going into the end of the run.
You only need 9 more bananas. Like one more bunch and you're done.
Yeah.
And you get that on Labyrinth.
Yeah, and there's actually 3 bunches that you get on Created by basically for free, so that's nice. Oh, ooh. Okay, we got Labyrinth Skip. Hey. So yeah, I haven't been kind of grazing over it because I was talking about Gimmick Skip for so long. Every single stage in this world pretty much has been looking probably different from as you've seen in a normal run. Like normally you do a pause strat to skip Labyrinth right there. I just didn't do a pause strat to skip it. I just had to rely on that little pauseless skip that I do. Postmodern is a stage where it's just go fast lol.
Yeah, again, you do a pause strat normally to skip this entire stage.
But you cannot rely on the collision, as I said earlier, with like the collision being kind of jank and inconsistent. And so you just have to climb stairs, and is often considered by people who are just starting to the game to be one of the least interesting stages in the run. But when you get to a point of needing to optimize to save seconds, it becomes very interesting to try to squeeze a 37 or a 38 out of that stage. I almost just jumped the gun on Revolution. But we're approaching the last 3 stages, so I guess I'll mention before going into Created By that time will end as I pass through the goal tape on Created By. But before then, we are going to get another exclusive strat that you'll only ever see in a pauseless run, which I'm the person, again, who invented this strat because I love pauseless and I wanted to optimize it. This strat I generally refer to as Epic Invisible, which it literally just... The goal is to skip over invisible... Oh my god, wait. Okay.
First try.
So,
first try. Let's go.
If you get in the goal without like bonking against it like I just did, that actually saves time over the pause strat. You just don't generally go for it in pause runs because you want the consistency of doing the pause frame because collision isn't 100% consistent in this game. But yeah, that is another strat that I guess is exclusive to pauseless, and just like that, we are done. With I don't know what the time is because I don't have a timer up, but that was Story Mode 99 Bananas Pauseless. That was over faster than I thought it would be.
Gee.
Thank you so much. But
Good game.
yeah, I having a hard time to think of what to say because it was just going and going and going, and now it's over.
Yeah.
I mean, you can talk about the amazing story that's happening right now. I can't.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
yeah.
yeah, I
I
forgot.
can't handle the monkey
the
ball
story.
story.
Talking
Storyline.
about bananas so much, I forgot to mention the story. So the story in this game, Dr. Bad Boon, the evil antagonist baboon monkey guy who has a monocle, wanted to marry the girl monkey who you see spinning around on the blue ball right there.
Mimi.
And because she won't marry him, he threatens to first blow up the island with a bomb inside a volcano, and then he threatens to make all the bananas taste like curry with a giant laser from space. That is your basic plot rundown, thank you.
Just
The monkeys are currently blowing up that laser, and there's Dr.
Yeah.
Bad Boon with
Reds.
his monocle, freaking
Because
out
for
over what
some
happened.
reason, the big master plan to starve all the monkeys is to make them taste like curry.
Yeah,
That
because,
is
like, what's something that
Frankly-
kids won't like the taste of? Curry, yeah.
curry.
oh, for real?
Yes.
The kids not like curry?
I don't
Apparently,
know.
according to whoever decided to make the storyline for Super Monkey Ball 2.
Anyway, some really toxic behavior from Dr. Baboon, and
Oh, yeah,
he
for
gets what he
sure.
deserves.
Yeah, he gets his comeuppance in the end, don't worry. They take a picture over his hole in the ground of his maybe dead, maybe just knocked out body, who knows?
Oh, he
He looks like
Yeah.
he survived right here, so I guess he's good.
Wait a minute, he traveled back in time to do this and she's already married?
I don't know.
There's-
There's like time travel in this game's plotline. If
Time
you read
travel?
the
He is
manuals,
apparently a time traveler, according to the lore of this game.
yeah, if you
It's-
read the manuals, you can get some weird stuff about this. But I don't think we have the time to go into that because that's a rabbit hole that you'll spend an
Yeah.
hour falling
Just-
down.
One more fun fact.
People are
Directly
of
from the
Monkey Ball.
game manual, it says that Ai likes bananas more than Mimi.
Oh my gosh! I mean, he really does love bananas, but that much?
Ai really loves bananas.
I guess we were fulfilling that prophecy by getting 99 of them and maxing out the counter here.
What kind of detail is that?
It's literally in the manual. Oh man, this game.
Alright, well, do y'all have any shoutouts that you were wanting to do?
I think the biggest shout out that I can give to any single person who's a runner of this game is Complex Plane. He currently has the world record in the main category with the first ever 27, a 27:59. That run has literally only one death in it. It is absolutely insane. It is so unbelievably fast, especially
Very
for its
small
time.
death, too.
It was done before Lobanip too, so it didn't have those
Yeah, it
extra
was-
8 seconds of leeway.
I
And-
believe we were actually talking. I was talking about this with people in the stream earlier. I think the load manip was found actually only like a week after Complex got the 27. So we have an 8.8 second time save, and still nobody has been able to beat that run. It
That's
was
how
just
good
that
run
good.
is. But another big reason that I want to shout him out is because Complex Plane does a lot of like Monkey Ball related coding and stuff, and he made this thing called the Ape Sphere Practice Mod, which essentially lets you
Sphere.
use ISO loaded practice like save states, which is so unbelievably helpful for practicing strats like the things on like Spiral Bridge, Curve Bridge, the big long stages where you have to do stuff late on like into the stage. That practice mod is so unbelievably helpful for practicing those stages efficiently, and I have to give a shout out to Complex, if anyone, for making that practice ROM, because it has been so unbelievably useful to both improving in the game and coming up with like strats, stunts, stuff like that. It's freaking awesome. But that's the biggest shout out that I can give. 42 guy, if you want to mention anyone.
II is pretty cool.
Shoutouts to II for liking
Shout out
bananas more than
to II
his
for making
girlfriend.
this game pretty epic.
Shout out to Monkey.
Yeah, for liking bananas more than his girlfriend.
All right, before y'all go, I have a donation here I want to read from Miss AWP for $5. It says, "Thank you for being my inspiration to get better at Super Monkey Ball, namb0. Sending love from AWP."
Thank you for being my inspiration to be... I don't even know what to say. Op, you're amazing!
You're right, that's missed off, isn't it? That's missed off.
Yeah, that
Heck.
is missed on.
Heck. All right, well,
It's
thank
okay.
you for the amazing run. We have more Monkey
Thank
Ball
you.
on deck. Felix is going to bring us Monkey Ball 2
That
witty
will be
subtitle.
epic. That will
Monkey
be
Ball
very
2
epic.
is such a great run. Y'all are in for such a treat.
Just remember, Footworm sucks. That's all you need to know.
Hold on, am I about to get 999 in the credits minigame right before we leave? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Let's get it, let's
I'm
get
so
it.
close, I'm so close, I'm like 10 away. It's not, the bananas aren't gone, are they?
No, I
Okay,
think
we're
you got
so
like
close, so close. Like 10 more. Hey, we got it. Okay, we're over 1,000. We got 999 in the credits. The run is complete. You don't actually end the run in the credits. That's just like a dumb thing I was doing for fun.